Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heismay behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden.
Are you awake? Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but if he's still bound there, we need to get to the runner. Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you all right? Ah, he reeks of alcohol.
Heismay was...
Wow.
You witless... Me? Ah!
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it! He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Not in the slightest.
Anyway, one thing's for...
What's all this about frightening Eurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else. Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case, too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head. I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture it.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnappers' tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the Guard Corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Pardon, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
What? He's gone!
Heisme!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found.
I got the impression he sensed something.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. He framed Heisme with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured it.
So Morris, a would-be god of the people.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old...
Nurse is bound to have sobered up by now, right?
Are you coherent yet? I didn't...
Well,
And tell us again what happened.
blood. It wasn't just Heisme's reports that shook me. It was right after I slung Heisme into the bathroom. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. It was like the horrors of every film. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core.
There.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris?
True. Let's try investigating the...
Phi. Evidently.
Huh?
Got to say,
What folly. The truth is,
it's absurd.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm in your...
And so? But then... Is that right, then?
Isn't that...
What is it?
All right, then.
Ready?
Let's go.
However...
What now?
Keep your wits about you.
Come on, get the bait moving already. If that thing goes out of control, we'll be dinner.
You can't run from us!
Please. Help.
The child yet lives.
Out of your jurisdiction now, aren't you? You're trespassers down here. That means anything that happens to you is your own damn fault.
If you've got something to say it to our faces. Even you must feel the weight of what you've done.
Eyes up. Something stirs in the back.
Are these the monsters we heard about?
No. Further back. 'Tis the footsteps in the night.
The bigger that beast back there grew, the more its watchdogs started changing with it. One of them's gonna make Amelia.
What has been happening here? Why do you kidnap the residents?
Why? Because premium bait's worth a fortune. I couldn't live on the wages of a guardsman forever.
You kidnap children for money? You utter scum!
This from a bloody-eyed Ujief. Look to your own sins, sir. You weren't just stripped of your knighthood. You were exiled. You're a coward who's been living in the hole you deserve. Didn't pretend you can play at justice now. You foil!
No, 'tis true in part. 'Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone. Not when I could not see past my own suffering. Not when I locked myself away to be alone with my pain!
O lodestar, who falters in memory, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
I am Haisme Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands, soiled or sinless, I fight! Apologies, but I cannot do this alone.
Go! Rip them apart!
On guard! Morris, you will not escape me!
What's going on? He just started fighting with us. And even he awakened to his power.
Perchance 'tis through your influence that this power...
Oh, is this what Moore was talking about?
Young man, you seem the most... I will strike at your direction, if you might spare it. Rest assured, I once stood... Nothing personal. What a blunder!
I can't afford to hold back. Mage! Burn to ash!
I will fight. Let's set it up. Not this. Merchant! Is there another way?
Observe the... With blade in hand! No. I shall be as a sheep.
Then I fight by my own judgment.
I think I know what needs to be done.
Take this!
Hang up, mandible bear!
Should do it!
Stop! Damn!
But the children...
Good.
You know that I used to have a child. My son. I could not even protect my own. Since then, I've wondered what I...
Is that why you lived in...
We need to chase down Morris first.
Regarding the watchdogs, he said they grabbed...
Do you think that's the effect of the melancholia?
But why root all this in the basement of the lady's own domain?
I can't say for certain. Still, from the very beginning...
And to think this started as a simple bounty contract.
Let's get these poor...
Sure.
You saved the wee ones' lives. We cannae thank you enough.
It was thanks to your help, too.
I know this is difficult to hear, but Morris...
Aye. I found out the man's been struggling to pay off all manner of gamble.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you'd be outmatched. However, it would be a great help to us if...
Considering everything, I can't help but think the Lady Joanna's got to be in on this somehow.
But the woman is a respected sanctoress.
I'll tell you this. Hard as we've looked,
We're here for our own reasons. Whoever we find down there, we're not going to stay our blades. Any objections?
none for me. Do as you will, and I'll trust in Lady Joanna's innocence. And...
I, too, have a score that needs settling. I believe in you.
Considering we're due in Oceania in a matter of days.
Our foes may be strong, but they're also trapped like rats in the basement.
I'm in trouble now. What do you want to know?
Gone to shite, this has.
Good night.
Can't sleep. That a novel there? Don't see many carrying those around. Bit of an odd question, but what's your real aim as a group?
Sorry, but I can't tell you just yet.
Thought as much. In any case, suppose it's not my place to ask. Don't worry, lad. Just water. Back where I grew up, there was nobody like you lot. Just you chiefs. We've never been accepted by other tribes, and 'tis no mystery why. We're nocturnal, we look worlds apart, and there's so few of us. Not enough for any political sway. Our elders only ever thought of short-term alliances. Loyalties changeable as the wind. We relied on their power, not ours, and resigned ourselves to that. Oh, I loathed it. Even as a child. I hadn't been cowed into considering myself lesser. I honed my skills, that the city's majority might accept me, and I'll not say it was fruitless. I was accepted into the knighthood of the royal capital. I felt like my fellows and strangers alike accepted me as an equal. Fool that I was. They never really wanted me among the true knights. just in the Shadow Guard, where my deeds were dirtier and kept secret. Equal and lesser in the same breath. Ultimately, once my superiors realized I wouldn't abide their self-serving orders, they stripped me of the title I'd fought for. And little by little, I lost everything else. My son died. I'd failed to protect him. And despite everything I felt, I'd resigned myself to being powerless. Just like the damned elders I'd hated so much. But you know, you lot have helped me realize something. I'd thought for a long time that if I wanted to feel accepted, instead of being the eternal outsider, I'd need power, status, some mighty patron nobody could defy. I wasn't really looking to swear myself to some superior. I only wanted not to be alienated for who and what I am. I just needed allies. Friends.
Then from now on, we're friends.
A free spirit, are you? It'll be my pleasure, then.
The aloof hermit, Hyzme, nurture thy bond with him, and
Perhaps our fates are bound somehow. If my boy was still alive, he'd be about your age. Though he'd look absolutely nothing like you, of course. Long as we're both awake, might I have a look? So, this is a fantasy novel. This section seems to describe the Utopia's approach to discrimination. Let's see here. In this world, discrimination and inequality are forbidden by law. It is a sin to impose injustice due to one's appearance, lineage, or birth. This is the accord established between the people. Well, well. What a world that would be. I don't imagine our land will get there for enough. Still, you cannot pretend at diversity without acknowledging individual differences. Some will be judged as strong, while others marked as weak. Equal competition doesn't mean equal footing. Their very aims of freedom and balance could spell doom for the striving weak. I wonder how we might ever achieve a true utopia, where everyone could be happy. If this awakened power is meant to be wielded in service, then, no matter who calls it naive or foolish, I will always use it to save the weak.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So,
It's in your hands.
Let's focus. The search begins.
Really?
What now?
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting on.
Of course.
Really? Good. I'm still getting stronger.
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Really? New skills, new possibilities. What now? The freedom of a wanderer. Coin can solve problems a blade cannot. Now, where was I?
Would you look at this? Do make yourself at home.
Watch this. What now? Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Hello. All right.
This should do it.
Oh. You'll come again. More people missing.